Hi everybody, and welcome back to Fieldtrip Fridays with the Grand Coteau. Today, we're visiting the CJSN 1490 Golden West Broadcasting Building in Shaunavon.
Hi everybody, I'm Penny from CJSN and here to show you a little bit about how things run in Radioland. A little bit of interesting trivia for you right off the top. CJSN, which is an AM station, 1490 on the radio dial. The transmitter was turned on in the very first broadcast from CJSN. It was on December the 5th, 1966. So 55 years CJSN has been here in Shaunavon. So for a town this size, I'm pretty proud of the accomplishment and the support from the community for the station being here this long. Things have changed a lot since I started in radio. The old turntables where you had to queue up the records, the big old reel-to-reel machines, which were a nightmare. Let me show you how we do it now. It's much different. Come on in. This is the control room where I spend my day. The difference between radio then and radio now is, as you can probably see by looking, everything is done on the computer. Used to be we did live newscasts and all that kind of thing. Now we pre-tape everything, we take it into the computer, and it goes into a system. Golden West Radio, which we are a part of, has stations in Swift Current, Moose Jaw, Weyburn, Estevan, in Ontario, Manitoba, Alberta. They have stations everywhere. So when I go in to do my work, it's all done through the computer, very closely tied to everything that's happening in the newsroom in Swift Current. Okay. One of my main jobs here is to write news stories. So I find something that I want to write a story about. It involves phoning the person or them coming in to phoning them. The interview goes into the computer. I edit it afterwards and take out the little bits and pieces that I want to put on the on-air portion of it. And then I am responsible, once I get that story done and it's ready to go on air, we also post to the Swift Current Online Facebook page and to the Twitter page. So I'm also in charge of doing that for any stories that I write as well. Now this is the board. I can run the phone through it. We can do all kinds of fancy stuff. A little bit of interesting trivia. We used to be on location, do live action broadcasts at businesses. We still do them. We used to have a great big thing we used to carry around and have to set up. Now we use our cell phones. We have an app and we record it on our cell phone, and the app connects directly to Swift Current, and done deal, just like that, much easier. This is kind of the heart of where I work. This area, I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see. This area here is all the stories between the newsroom in Swift Current and me that we are writing. This is all my work down here. What I do is somebody will phone me, I will tape them. There's one there that I taped. I go in after I'm done interviewing the person, edit it all, go up here and write the scripts that look like that once I get them written. Then I take them and I move them up into this area so that anybody in Swift Current that wants to use the story will use it. Okay, so that's a big part of my day. Another part of my day is I do the afternoon newscasts, normally just news. If we're short-staffed or somebody's away, I have done sports and I have done weather as well, but mainly it's news that I do. And I'm just going to quickly do a really, really short little cast here so you can see how I do it. Good afternoon, I'm Penny Schreiner, and here's your 1 o'clock news. A new tool for Saskatchewan landowners to manage recreational permissions on their properties is in beta access and looking for users. The SaskLander app is the brainchild of Arlo Escrevete and Sylvan Mickley, who began their work in 2019 in response to changes in the Saskatchewan Trespass of Property Act. As McLean explains, the program is hoping to make granting access and permissions more easy for landowners. For more information on the beta test and look at the full story, visit Swift Current online. Okay, so as you can see, I made a few flub ups in that one. So what I'm going to do now with the cast, there's all this dead stuff at the start. I'm just going to take that and click on the scissors here and edit it out. And there's a lot more jobs than just my newsroom job. We have our sales staff that go out and sell. We have our creative people that write. We have our engineering staff who work on the equipment, production, and even our on-air staff. They do everything through the computer. Some like to do their shows live, some still do. Some tape, some do part of it tape, part of it live. It just depends on the individual and how they want to do it.
Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next week.